weekend coming up on Sunday is Cinco de Mayo. So Jessica Hacker's here for Thrifty Thursday. So we're talking Cinco de Mayo today.
Right.
That's our theme.
Yeah, we have some Mexican food. So one of the cheapest ones is carnitas. Okay, pork is very cheap, and especially right now, you can pick it up for about 87 cents a pound.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, you can get about a 4 or 5 pound roast for right around $5, which is a great price. So
which is that the size you have over here? I mean,
yeah, this is a 5 pound roast.
That's a lot of meat for $5.
Yeah, it's a lot. One of my favorite recipes is super easy, is just, of course, put it in a crock pot. All it is the roast. You're going to put in your seasonings, maybe some onions. I prefer to use alcohol in this if you want to cook with like a cheap wine, an orange wine like a Boone's Farm is a perfect one for it.
Lovely. Okay.
If not, just orange juice. Of course, if you don't want to cook with alcohol, it's fine.
Okay, so a little something sweet is what you're going for.
And you're just going to put it into your crock pot, let it cook for at least 8 hours or longer. And what you get is obviously an amazing. I hope you can get it out and everyone see it. Looks beautiful. So, and
look at
that. It's going to have a bone. Let's see if I can grab it without making a complete mess.
I know, no pressure. That's okay.
I know
That's okay if we make a mess.
That's right.
Yeah.
So.
And there it goes.
You're going to get
this beautiful bowl, which I hope you can see as well.
I know. And then this is easy. I mean, it's just going to literally just shred apart.
It falls apart.
So just shred it apart. You can put it back into your crock pot and let it just soak up in the juice, or say if you're ready to serve it.
Excellent. And then we're working on a side dish for that as well.
You got to have some rice.
Of course.
So here I just got some butter, garlic, and onions that we're just browning up. And then with here, right, go ahead and add in the rice. We've got a cup of rice, and you're going to put it in dry.
Oh, you do? That was one of my questions.
Yep. And
okay,
just
so
kind
no liquid in there.
Nope, just kind of get it turn around. It'll just kind of start to become kind of transparent like the onions will.
Okay.
And at this point is when I like to add the hot sauce.
You know, to your liking.
To your liking, yeah.
In my family, there'd be a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I have 2 boys that love it spicy,
Yep, and then just go ahead and sit around. And that just gets it to coat. And then we're just going to add 2 cans of
liquid
chicken broth.
Excellent. So putting the rice in first gives it a chance to, does it get a different flavor?
It does. It just kind of lets it brown. It'll soak up the flavors really well. That's why I like to put it in dry, because then it'll soak up the butter and it's going to soak up all the onion flavor and, of course, your hot sauce.
Okay, and then?
And 1 can of tomato sauce.
Excellent. So very basic pantry staples.
It
Nothing
really,
too crazy.
It really is. Some cumin is really good in here.
Okay.
And then you just put the lid on. And do not touch it. Don't look at it. Don't open it.
That's my problem with rice. I know I like to peek.
Don't
For how long?
Let it sit there for at least a good 20 minutes or so. At that point, go ahead and check it, kind of give it a toss, but just leave it alone.
Okay, 20 minutes. Leave it alone. Then you have your Spanish rice and your pork carnitas.
Yes.
Wonderful. And you're sticking around because we have part 2 of our Cinco de Mayo Thrifty Thursday segment coming up. All right.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho and to Thrifty Thursday. We've had a lot going on here and a really involved setup today, which I love. I think it's awesome. Cinco de Mayo, of course, is an important time to get your themed foods going on.
That's right.
And we started out already with the carnitas.
Yep, we got our carnitas. We've got our rices going, and now
which we can't touch.
Yeah, don't touch it.
You gave Rachel a hard. Don't peek.
No peeking.
That's hard to do.
I'm gonna put you in charge of making some good old salsa. Now this I consider would be like restaurant style salsa.
Okay.
Now why I go with this right now, I know the whole pico de gallo, was like the chopped fresh tomatoes and everything is really good, but honestly right now, still the tomatoes just are not that great.
I've already had tomato plants die because of still overnight freezes. So
they're just not. So personally, I like to go with the restaurant style this time of the year because it's good, and I go with canned tomatoes.
And it's super easy to open up cans too. I can do that.
Yes. So the canned tomatoes, what's nice is obviously they've already been canned at the peak of their freshness.
I'm starting with the tomatoes.
So they're going to taste good. So go ahead and put them in
both
there.
Both of them in
whole
here.
Tomatoes with the juice and all. Yeah.
Back up from the juice. Here we go.
You're going to put the juice in there too with them. And then these other ones are like what would be Rotel, in the sense of what we know.
A nice mix, yeah.
Yep. Well, and actually right now, Albertsons has them. They're actually even part of all of their tomatoes being on sale for 39 cents a can. And those are part of it. So that's even, I mean, that's stock up price.
So while we're talking prices, what's the total rundown for the carnitas and the whole meal this week?
For doing the carnitas and the rice, I think it's a little over $8 for the whole meal. And doing like a salsa bar is going to cost you under $8 to do it. Of course, you can go cheaper by buying different brands of of your products will change it a lot. So adding to this, I've got a jalapeno with the seeds.
Yeah, of course, because that's the hot part.
Yeah, you got to add that spice. I like a lot of cilantro, so you, of course, give or take if you don't like so much, but I got a whole bunch.
Okay.
1 whole bunch. And then there's also about 1/4 cup of an onion. You won't need much because there's already so much flavor with the Rotel and stuff in there.
Okay.
You're only going to need about 1/4
And is that cumin?
Yep, some more cumin.
Okay, we've got that recipe as well
And,
we can put up for you on the
yeah,
screen.
and some salt.
And then you've got the limes. Do you throw limes in there or do you just juice them?
Just juice them.
Okay, you don't want the rind and everything.
What kind of limes are we supposed to be picking out?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
They're
Yellow, the more yellow
Yeah,
they are.
I was about to say the more green, but I was like, that sounds wrong because I feel like
Yeah.
I learned something last time.
Yes.
So the yellower they are, the
Yep.
better you're gonna have.
Yep.
Okay.
That means they're gonna be riper, so you can just put it in. And obviously, this is gonna make a lot. So if you're gonna put it in a food processor, make sure you have a big one.
All right, so 30 seconds to finish this up. We certainly can
put it
do
in
it. All right, and then I want to make sure this lid doesn't fly off on me. Is that good? We good to go?
Do that and go ahead and pulse it a couple times.
All right. And while we're doing this, you have another easy recipe with some
Yes.
avocados as well. Just two ingredients.
2 ingredients. It's one of my favorite ones. It's really just kind of like a verde avocado guacamole. So I've used just a verde sauce. This is one of my favorites. It actually is a guacamole mix, but any verde sauce will be great.
And then just scoop the avocados in there is all you're doing, right?
Yep, and you're just going to slice them up into chunks, edible chunks.
And what an awesome idea, because like we said, just 2 ingredients, but I never thought to mix the 2 of them together.
Yeah.
And there you go, another salsa for your bar. You've got the restaurant style, again, just pulsing it up like that. We're going to have these recipes for you on our website, IdahoOnYourSide.com. We'll also link to livingonacoupon.com. And really quickly, too, you can also use food processor, I understand, to shred your meat.
Yes, you can.
Right?
Yep, you can put it in food processor or even your KitchenAid with a paddle attachment under 30 seconds.
Super easy. And then you can forget about the forks and everything.
right.
So a lot of cool tips here, saving you money. You can feed your whole family for about $8 with either one of these recipes. Thanks so much, Jessica.